There have been many reports that Gary Gensler, the current head of the SEC, is being thoroughly investigated and may have to resign. This comes after Brad Garling, CEO of Urban Labs, asked several US lawmakers to look into a number of comments made by Gary Gensler, who is currently chairman of the SEC. Not only that, but two sexy lawyers had to quit because they abused their power badly in their case against Depeg, which is another crypto blockchain business. This administration led by Gary Gensler has been a disaster, with the courts giving him a lot of trouble. Several sources say that Gensler is even planning to quit because of pressure from Congress and other government groups to do so. That being said, there have been multiple reports from analysts saying that a settlement has taken place behind the scenes after 280 million XRP were moved as Ripple CFO makes a declaration under penalty. Indeed, many people think that this amount might actually be the settlement amount being paid to the SEC behind the scenes to end the case for good. We'll go into more detail about all of this later, but first we need to let everyone know about our huge XRP offer. It's free money and it only takes 5 minutes. To help, just click the like button, let your best friends know about the channel, and share this video. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. This video is really crazy, so I want to start it. Jake Clayton actually took back everything he said, not just about XRP, but about all crypto. He was the same person who sued Ripple Labs, said they were unsafe, and then quit his job the next day. That put Gary Gensler in a very bad position because now everyone is saying that XRP is clear and not a security. Even the judge said that XRP by itself is not a security, but Gary Gensler is still fighting this lawsuit. This has led a lot of people to think that Gary Gensler is now taking a very different stance and is shifting his stance to try to settle the lawsuit with Ripple Labs. To be exact, this thumb won't happen again until May 20th, 2024. And, well, let's just say the deal may come out in the next 7 or 6 days. As it turns out, there will be a Ripple IC permit meeting on May 16th at 2 p.m. to settle things. And this is the exact report. There's even more information about that, which we'll talk about again later in the video. But for now, let's watch this crazy clip of Jay Clayton changing his mind about XRP and saying, you know what? Cryptocurrencies like XRP are the way of the future when it comes to payment options. Lastly, there was a lot of money at stake, and people were very set in their minds about whether crypto should either be accepted or turned down. You should know that crypto is a tool. I believe it should be accepted as long as it makes things better. Well, it might not make regulation better, but we should just go ahead and do it, said some people who thought it should be agreed with. These are just the beginning. Other billionaires have also spoken out in a very Gary Gensler in a bad light. And it's clear that you guys know how much power these people have in the elections. Millionaire Mark Cuban says Gensler's crypto rules at the SEC could cost Biden the election. Now we're seeing other candidates like Donald Trump, who we'll talk about soon, officially say that they will be crypto friendly if they win. This is a big deal for both Biden and his opponents. That means Biden has to make a choice. Do he want to support the head of the SEC and possibly lose the election, which would mean he won't be president next year? Or will he choose to be more crypto-friendly and maybe get Gary Gensler to quit or end these lawsuits? It seems like Gary Gensler is under a lot of pressure because Joe Biden is talking to him and telling him, listen, we need this stuff to be fixed. It's either that or I'll have to make you quit. So Gary Gensler is trying to take things off the table, which is why we keep coming back to this one important point. A settlement that ends the Ripple lawsuit would make both Ripple and the SEC happy, which is something we've talked about for a long time. If Gary Gensler wants to get rid of these lawsuits without losing them or getting a lot of bad press, this is the best way for him to do it right now. The CC could act like this is a big win. They just found Ripple Labs a lot of money, maybe $1 billion. You could also play this win by Ripple since they were officially accepted into security and the case has been ended. It would be good for both of them in every way. Of course, Trump did make a big deal out of Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, for how he feels about crypto at the Mar-a-Lago meeting. This is yet another important thing that makes it clear that Gary Gensler is in a very, very tough spot. When asked how he planned to deal with crypto laws if he wins in November, Trump said Gensler is very much against it. The Democrats are strongly against it. And I say this, it's a lot of solid, but I'm okay with it. You should vote for Trump if you like any kind of crypto. Just take a moment to fully understand what is going on and how crypto is changing things. Right now, Republicans are for crypto while Democrats are against it. If Democrats want to keep their seats, though, they need to make that change too. Again, I think we're seeing that a report says that there will be a settlement meeting at the Ripple, South Carolina on May 16th at 2 p.m. and that the settlement is going to happen soon. As we talk about that, we also know that the XRP ledger is growing into a huge player around the world, not just in the US, Canada, or North America. It's even becoming a player in Korea as a new Korean company has joined as a validator. Data from the XRP ledger shows that over $250 billion worth of transactions using the digital yen have already happened by July 2023, and that number is likely to double or triple now. Because of this, the XRP ledger DeFi space is also going to blow up, and the CTF token is likely to become the most valuable DeFi token ever. A supply shock is likely to happen to the top DeFi token on the XRP ledger, CTF coin. This would cause the price of each token to skyrocket from 90 cents to $374.25, though the market cap is only 10 billion. Now think about this. 10 billion is a small amount compared to the XRP Ledger stock that is about to flow in. We're talking trillions of dollars here, and Ripple even predicted that the XRP Ledger would receive $3 trillion by 2028. This money has to go through something, and that something has to be DeFi. If CTF is the only DeFi token on top, then it's completely clear that the money will flow from the XRP Ledger to CTF. With XRP Ledger being the only DeFi token, a supply shock could happen and wealth could be passed down from generation to generation. I was actually looking into this because the price of this token has been going down for a while now on the XRP Ledger. They only have 120 million tokens in circulation, so it makes sense that a supply shock would send it skyrocketing into the hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars. A stock of 120 million isn't much when you think about it. XRP has around 100 billion and XLM has 50 billion. On top of that, this is just a tiny droplet of a supply. It's still very early. There are only 2,600 holders. About 7 million people hold XLM and about 6 million people hold XRP. When you talk about 6 million holders, XRP isn't even worth 60 cents. It's down almost 50 cents right now to about 49.5 cents. And you see that CTF has been going up for months in a row. That's very new and should make you think about doing some research. Not only that, but on the XRP Ledger, this coin is actually in the green, up 2%, while the rest of the markets are in the red. There are strong support levels and not much resistance. It should say again that you should look into it and at least do some research. As always, I'm not a financial expert and this is not financial advice. You should always do your own research because that's what will really help you build wealth that will last for generations. In fact, this symbol makes me think of a Bitcoin when the price of Bitcoin is $1. A lot of people didn't know about it, but those who did study on it got in and invested what they were willing to lose, could have made millions of dollars because they bought it at $1 and held onto it until it went through the roof at $60,000. Please share this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get post updates. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media sites. Rumble on Twitter and Instagram, everything will be linked in the description. And I post every day on Instagram and Twitter. So that's where you can find all the newest content. That's all for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one.